Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. Sorry yesterday I was on leave, but today we'll be doing the questions from both the days. That means today we'll cover the questions from 7th and 8th of February. Let's start with our session. India launched the initiative on critical and emerging technologies with which country? So our National Security Advisor Mr. Ajit Doval recently launched this US-India initiative on critical and emerging technologies along with his American counterpart Mr. Jake Sullivan. Okay, so basically in the month of May last year, US President Joe Biden and Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced this ICET to expand their strategic technology partnership and defense industrial cooperation between the governments, businesses and academic institutions. Fine. So this is a program between India and USA. Next is, what is the sanctioned judicial strength of the Supreme Court of India? So recently the 5-member Supreme Court Collegium, which was led by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, recommended to the Government of India that the 2 High Court Chief Justices should be appointed as the Supreme Court judges. Okay, so that's why this collegium is in news. And basically Supreme Court has 7 vacancies now, while it has a sanctioned judicial strength of 34. So central government is expected to clear the names of the 3 High Court Chief Justices and 2 High Court judges. And with this, the working strength of the Supreme Court will go up to 32 and currently it is 27. Fine. So at present it is 27 and after the approval of these names, the number would be 32 and the maximum that it can have is 34. Fine. Next is, as per the economic survey, what is the estimated economic growth rate in 2023 to 24? So recently our Chief Economic Advisor Dr. V. Anant Nageswaran said that Indian economy is expected to grow at 6.5% in 2023 to 24. And the range of growth is projected between 6 and 6.8%, while India is expected to be $5 trillion economy by the end of 2025 to 26. And also we have seen that IMF has recently maintained India's GDP forecast for current financial year at 6.8%, where in its World Economic Outlook update. Fine. So here correct answer would be 6.5%. Next is, which state or the union territory launched a real-time source apportionment supersite to tackle pollution? So Chief Minister of New Delhi, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, has launched this real-time source apportionment named as supersite to tackle the pollution, and it is a joint venture of the Delhi Pollution Control Committee, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur and TAIL. So this supersite will basically share the details of the sources of pollution on an hourly basis as well as forecast for the next 3 days. And the mobile van will go to a particular place and the data collected will be analyzed at the super site. Fine. So this is the initiative of New Delhi government. Now next is, who has assumed charge as the new Vice Chief of the Indian Air Force? This is an important question. So Air Marshal AP Singh has assumed the charge as the new Vice Chief of the Indian Air Force. And the Air Marshal was commissioned into the fighter stream of Indian Air Force in the year 1984. So basically he has more than 5,000 hours of flying experience, and prior to assuming his current appointment, he was the Air Officer Commanding in Chief at the Central Air Command. And also he is a recipient of Param Vishisht Seva Medal and Ati Vishisht Seva medal. Fine. So we can say that this is a 5-star question and it can definitely come into your examination. So our new Vice Chief of Indian Air Force is Air Marshal AP Singh. Next is, as per the economic survey, what is the budgeted expenditure on healthcare as a percentage of GDP in financial year 23? So as per the economic survey, the central and the state government's budgeted expenditure on healthcare touched to 2.1% of the GDP in financial year 23 and 2.2% in financial year 22. Okay. So basically in financial year 21, the figure was only 1.6%, and the survey said that the share of expenditure on healthcare in the total expenditure on the social services has risen from 21% in financial year 19 to 26% in financial year 23. And out of the pocket expenditure as a percentage of total health expenditure has declined from 64.2% in financial year 14 to 48.2% in financial year 19. Fine. So these data are not at all relevant. Important thing is the budgeted expenditure on healthcare is 2.1% for this financial year according to the economic survey. Fine. Now there is an important news from the state Goa. Recently the Goa government has announced that 1 year work experience would be made compulsory for the recruitment in the state government department. And this practice would help the government in getting the skilled manpower, right? So basically Chief Minister has launched a program named as Har Ghar Dhyan, which has been organized by the Directorate of Art and Culture in collaboration with Art of Living. Okay, who is the current Chief Minister of Goa? Mr. Pramod Sawant. So you can be asked that which state has mandated 1 year work experience for the recruitment in the state government department? This is Goa. This question is extremely important because it is related to G20. Which city is the host of the first G20 Energy Transition Working Group meeting? So the first G20 Energy Transition Working Group meeting under India's presidency recently took place in Bengaluru from 5th to 7th of February. And technology gaps in energy transition, low cost financing for energy transition, energy security and diversified supply chain are some of the priority areas of this working group discussion. Fine. So only thing here relevant is the first G20 Energy Transition Working Group meeting was conducted in Bengaluru city. So can you tell me, National Commission for Women was founded in which year? Actually, why this commission is in news? Because recently the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, addressed the 31st foundation day of this commission in New Delhi. And the theme of the program is Sashakt Nari, Sashakt Bharat. Okay? And aim of the theme is to acknowledge and celebrate the stories of women who have excelled and paved their journey to leave a mark, right? And talking about NCW, it was founded in the year 1992 as a statutory body under the National Commission for Women Act 1990. Fine. So this commission was founded in 1992 and this was its 31st foundation day. Next is, which country emerged as the India's third largest export destination after the US and UAE during April to December 2022? So Netherlands emerged as India's third largest export destination after US and UAE. And this is due to an increase in the shipment of goods such as petroleum product, electronic item, chemical and aluminium goods. And India's trade surplus with the Netherlands has also increased from $1.5 billion in 2017 to now $12.3 billion in 2022. Okay. So which are the top 3 export destinations of India? US, UAE and the Netherlands. Okay. Next is, which company has retained its spot as a top selling car maker in the world for the 3rd straight year? So Japan based Toyota company has emerged to be the world's top selling automaker for the 3rd straight year. And recently this company said that it sold 10.5 million vehicles in 2022. Although the company was hit by chip related supply constraint, but the strong demand in Asia and increase in production capacity helped it to boost the global production by 5% in 2022. Okay. And this Volkswagen group is at the number 2 position because it sold 8.3 million vehicles in 2022. Fine. So which is the top selling car maker in the world? It is Toyota and it is a Japan based company. Now there is a country named as Finland. Why it is in news? Because recently it has invited Indian tech employees to migrate there for work, offering opportunities because the global tech companies lay off thousands of employees and over 10,000 Indians live in Finland for work and education. So Finland aims to double the work-based migration and triple the study-based migration by 2030. So Business Finland, which is a government organization for innovation funding and trade, signed the Memorandum of Understanding with CII, that is Confederation for Indian Industry, for talent mobility in December 2022. So you can be asked that which European country has invited Indian tech employees to offer work opportunity? Answer would be Finland country. Next is, Novak Djokovic replaced which tennis player in the ATP rankings to become the top ranked player in January 2023? This is also an important question. So Novak Djokovic has recently won the Australian Open Championship, and with this he is now the top rank holder in the ATP rankings and he has replaced Carlos Alcaraz. Okay. So Novak Djokovic was at number 5 till now, but he has now jumped to 4 places and now he is the number 1st. So basically he has replaced Carlos Alcaraz. Fine. And with the 10th title at the Australian Open, Novak Djokovic has now tied Rafael Nadal with 22 Grand Slam trophies. Fine. Next is, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy said the state capital would be shifted to which city? So Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, said that the state capital would be shifted to Visakhapatnam now. And he was addressing the preparation meeting for the Global Investor Summit that is to be held in Visakhapatnam, where he announced this. And basically the state government of Andhra Pradesh had proposed 3 capitals: Visakhapatnam, which is our executive capital, Amravati as its legislative capital, and Kurnool as judicial capital. And Amravati is the present capital of Andhra Pradesh, right? But now they have decided that they would shift their capital to Visakhapatnam. Okay. Now can you tell me which union ministry has launched the Visit India Year 2022 initiative? So this is the initiative of Ministry of Tourism. Who is our current tourism minister? This is Mr. G. Kishan Reddy, right? So he has unveiled its logo and the activities for promoting the tourism in the country, and over 1 lakh foreign delegates will visit India this year and they will be showcased the entire arena of India's culture, including the monuments and the festival. Okay. So simply you can be asked that which ministry is associated with Visit India Year 2023 initiative. This is 2023, not 2022. So answer would be Ministry of Tourism. Okay. Next is, what is the GST collection in India in January 2023? So GST collection in India in the month of January has increased to over 1.55 lakh crore rupees, which is the second highest ever collection that has been recorded till now. And this is for the third time in the current financial year that the GST collection has crossed the 1.5 lakh crore rupees mark. And the highest collection so far is 1.68 lakh crore rupees, which was reported in the month of April last year in 2022. Okay. So this time GST collection in the month of January was 1.55 lakh crore rupees. Now there is one more news regarding Indian Coast Guard. Recently it has celebrated its 47th anniversary and its motto is Vayam Rakshama, right? Means we protect. Okay. So Indian Coast Guard has been patrolling the country's maritime border and it stands tall as the fourth largest coast guard in the world, right? So you can be asked that Vayam Raksham is the motto of which armed force? So answer would be Indian Coast Guard. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with our November month current affairs revision. And this is part 8 in this series where we'll be doing the questions from 106 up to question number 120, right? Let's start. Question number 106 says, which country has launched the cargo spacecraft named as Tianzhou 5? This is China. Recently, China has launched this cargo spaceship which carries the supplies for its new Tiangong space station. Fine. So it was launched with the help of Long March 7 rocket. Which state or the union territory is the host of India International Trade Fair? So this was the 41st edition of this fair and it was organized at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. Who has inaugurated this festival? Answer would be our Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal. India's first hydrogen fuel cell catamaran vessel is set to be built in which Indian city? So Cochin Shipyard has signed this MOU with Inland Waterways Authority of India to build the country's first hydrogen fuel cell for Varanasi city. Okay. Which year has been declared as the ASEAN-India Friendship Year? This is 2022. 2022 was declared as the ASEAN-India Friendship Year because they have commemorated 30 years of their partnership. India held economic financial partnership with which country? Answer would be USA. Who is the current US Treasury Secretary? This is Janet Yellen, right? So this was the 9th meeting of India-US Economic Financial Partnership. Next is MARS system, which was launched during the COP27 summit, is a database of which particular entity? What is the full form of MARS? It is Methane Alert and Response System. Okay, so it is related to methane leaks. And recently the United Nations Environment Watchdog announced that they will launch a public database of the global methane leaks that is detected by the space satellite. Fine. And this system is called as MARS. India recently announced a contribution of $5 million to the Science and Technology Fund of which bloc? Answer would be ASEAN. Why? To enhance the cooperation in the sectors of public health, renewable energy and smart agriculture. When was the National Hydrogen Mission launched? This mission was launched in the year 2021 and aim is to make India a green hydrogen hub, and also India aspires to maximize the use of electric vehicles, ethanol blending to reach 20% by the end of 2025. Which state has ordered complete ban on public display of weapons and songs glorifying the violence? This is Punjab. So Punjab government ordered a complete ban on the public display of the weapons and songs which glorify the violence. Which state is the host of the 53rd edition of International Film Festival of India? So this was hosted by the state of Goa in November month, in which the France country was the spotlight country of the event, right? Also at this event, Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award was given to Spanish film director named as Carlos Saura. Okay, he is from the country Spain. Next is, which armed force inaugurated a short film festival named as Dil Mange More? This is Indian Army. And aim was to empower the young filmmakers from Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. So this film festival was an initiative of Northern Command of Indian Army, and it was being organized in association with Innovations India. Who has been appointed as the CEO of public broadcaster Prasar Bharati? Answer would be Gaurav Dwivedi. He is the senior IS officer, and he will have a 5-year tenure period. And Mr. Gaurav Dwivedi has replaced whom? Answer would be Shashi Shekhar. Okay. And before becoming the CEO of Prasar Bharati, Mr. Gaurav Dwivedi was the CEO of My Government India platform. Fine. Next is, Natasha Pirk-Moser has been elected as the first female president of which country? This country is Slovenia. She is the first female president of the country Slovenia. What is the theme of the World Diabetes Day 2022? We observe this day on 14th of November every year, and this year the theme was access to diabetes education. Okay. Which sports person was awarded the Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award 2022? Answer would be Sharath Kamal, and he is associated with table tennis, right? So these are the next 15 questions from the month of November, and finally we are done with 50% of November current affairs, and tomorrow we'll be continuing it from question number 121 up to question number 135. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the most important current affairs and the news from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Zahadsana signing off.